Hi, just to talk briefly about kind of the language that people use around their if they're suffering from depression or high functioning depression, which is the area that I'm focusing on. A lot of people who feel these or experiencing these symptoms can feel sort of guilt and shame and very negative about themselves and almost a feeling of, well, why am I like this? I'm just broken. I can't be fixed. And it's the nature of the condition that to drive you into this sort of negative spiral, and which really doesn't help because it's only natural to sort of think negatively about it. But setting up that sort of almost battle language is not going to create the groundwork for self-compassion, which is more helpful for you to find a solution. I mean, there's a lot of really what my bugbear is. You get a lot of sort of language in the media about battling. People are battling this and they're battling that. They're battling an illness. They're battling depression, and or sadly somebody lost their battle or their fight. And for me, this sort of language is just crucifying, and it's totally wrong. I think from sort of media point of view, it kind of creates drama for people to read and to listen to on the news, and but for the people involved, it's anything but. It's so important, really, to if you are feeling and experiencing, for instance, depressive symptoms, and not having a good time, it's important to almost accept it. It doesn't mean that you don't do anything about it. Acceptance is not sort of, lying down and, okay, this is me, I'm not going to do anything about it. But it's more a kind of a fitting in with what's happening with you, because if you're going to start using the fighting language, then you're criticizing yourself, you're going to beat yourself up, and you're not going to be open to finding a solution and moving forward and resolving it. It's so important to sort of meet yourself where you are, if you like, instead of feeling that shame and guilt and sort of disappointment that you're experiencing it. It's a human thing to experience depression. Millions of people suffer from it. It's so common. It's just one of those conditions, and it's part of, if you like, the human condition of our existence on this planet, and all of the whims and of our lives here. It's living in the unknown all the time. So, it's an understandable condition. But to be fighting with yourself and using that sort of battle language is not helpful at all. It's really important to say, okay, today I'm not feeling great, and this is me, and just to soften that language with yourself, that inner critic, and to not to be that critic, but to be that compassionate friend to yourself. And I've spoken about this before, and I'll keep talking about it, because when you're in that place where you're more compassionate and you're sort of standing alongside yourself, if you like, instead of standing in front of yourself with your fists raised, you're much more likely to find a solution and to be more open to moving forward and getting help or whatever it is that you need to resolve it and to get out of it. So that's really just a brief clip on getting away from that negativity, that battle language, getting away from what's really used predominantly in the media, if you like, and to be soft with yourself and compassionate with yourself and accepting of it. Like I say, that doesn't mean you're lying down and not going to do anything about it. But you will more than likely resolve it faster, that's for sure, because the more you fight it and dislike yourself for it, then you're just going to reinforce it, and it increases those feelings of shame and guilt and self-loathing, which are not helpful at all. So it's acceptance of it, acknowledging it, acknowledgement of it, and knowing also that you have options and there are resources to resolving it and to overcoming it, and that there are steps that you can take. So giving yourself the best chance of knowing what steps they are is to place yourself in that position of self-compassion and understanding, and getting away from this language of fighting and battling. Okay, because you need to be your own best friend with this. And if you want any help or want to know how my therapy can help you, then please do get in touch. And feel free to leave any comments or any questions that you have for me. Or if you want to share this video, then please do that as well. Bye for now.